A few moments later.
金钱看齐，墙上写着“秦香莲的32岁了，转个当朝，驸马郎的旗帜王啊，满皇上的徽，2岁了，转个当朝。金钱看齐，墙上写着“秦香莲的32岁了，转个当朝，驸马郎”。
What if the GTA 6 leaks everyone is criticizing right now aren't actually showing the GTA 6 we're going to play? Over the past few days, leaked GTA 6 images and gameplay clips have exploded across the internet. And almost immediately, people started criticizing the graphics, animations, textures, character models, and even some of the gameplay systems. Some people are saying, this is GTA 6? After all these years? But I think we might be missing one very important detail. What if these hackers didn't get the final version of GTA 6? What if they got an old development build? And honestly, the more I look at these leaks, the more this theory makes sense to me. First, we need to remember what happened back in 2022. The massive GTA 6 leak showed huge amounts of gameplay from a game that was still deep in development. Rockstar later confirmed that the leaked material came from their development environment, and this is extremely important, because it proves something that a lot of people seem to forget. A leaked GTA 6 build does not automatically mean it represents the final GTA 6. Game development doesn't work like that. When Rockstar is building a game as massive as GTA 6, developers constantly create different builds. They test animations, they test physics, they test missions, they test NPC behavior, they test vehicles, they test lighting, they test AI, and sometimes the graphics aren't even the priority. The priority is simply asking, does this system work? Imagine you're building a house. You walk inside while the workers are still installing the electricity, fixing the walls, and putting in the floors. You see.
Now, let's talk about the current leaks. Several gameplay clips and images have recently appeared online, with some of them being associated with the name Cyberleak. The material has spread extremely quickly, and people have already started using individual screenshots as evidence that GTA 6 has disappointing graphics. But here's the question. How do we know these files represent the latest version of the game? That's the part I think people are overlooking. There have already been reports and analysis suggesting that some of the leaked material may come from an older development build, with some information pointing toward footage or files from around 2023. Now, let me be very clear. Rockstar has not officially confirmed that these current leaks are from 2023. So I'm not presenting that as a fact. I'm presenting it as a possibility. And if that possibility is correct, then suddenly the criticism about the graphics becomes much less convincing. Because imagine criticizing a 2026 game based on a build that could be several years old. That's like judging the final version of a movie by watching an early version of the special effects. Of course it's going to look different. And GTA 6 is probably one of the most complicated games Rockstar has ever developed. Think about everything that can change during several years of development. Character animations can be completely replaced, textures can be upgraded, lighting systems can change, water and weather effects can be improved, facial animations can become more detailed, vehicle physics can be adjusted, NPC behavior can be rewritten, and entire gameplay systems can be removed or redesigned. So when someone looks at one leaked clip and says, GTA 6 looks bad, my first question is, which version are you looking at? That's the key. And here's something else I find interesting. Some of these leaked clips actually show a lot of complicated gameplay systems. We're seeing different interactions, gameplay mechanics, characters, vehicles, and other systems that appear to be part of the development process. And some of them look unfinished. But that doesn't necessarily mean the final game will look unfinished. It could mean we're seeing developers testing the systems before polishing them. That's completely normal. Developers don't need every temporary build to look like a cinematic trailer. They need it to work. And that's why I think the visual quality of some of these leaks could actually support the old build theory rather than destroy it.
Because if this were supposed to be a final version ready for release, some of these unfinished elements would be much more concerning. But if this is an old development build, suddenly those imperfections make a lot more sense. There's another important point. We are now extremely close to Rockstar's next official presentation of GTA 6. The company is expected to show more official material on August 27, 2026. And that gives us something very important, a comparison. That's when we can really test this theory. We'll be able to compare the official footage with the leaked material. Look at the character models, look at the lighting, look at the animations, look at the environments, look at the vehicles, look at the gameplay systems. And then we'll have a much better idea of how old these leaked materials actually are. Because right now, we're judging GTA 6 through the eyes of hackers.
And that's not the same thing as seeing GTA 6 through Rockstar's official presentation. There's also something else we shouldn't forget. Rockstar has reportedly been sending copyright and DMCA removal requests to remove leaked GTA 6 content from the internet. That strongly suggests that at least some of the material is genuine Rockstar content. But here's where people make another mistake. Real does not mean final. Let me repeat that. Real does not mean final. A leaked video can be completely authentic and still come from an old development build. Those two things aren't contradictory. And that's basically the foundation of my theory. I'm not saying the leaks are fake, I'm saying something completely different. The leaks might be real, but people could be interpreting them incorrectly. Maybe the hackers got access to old development material.
Maybe they found files that Rockstar hasn't used for years. Maybe some systems shown in the footage were later improved or completely replaced. And maybe the version Rockstar is preparing to show us looks dramatically different. We simply don't know yet. And that's why I think it's way too early to declare GTA 6 a disappointment based on these leaks. I'm not saying Rockstar should get a free pass. If the final game comes out and the graphics actually look disappointing, the animations are poor, or the gameplay doesn't meet expectations, then criticize it, absolutely. But let's criticize the final product, not a potentially outdated development build. There's actually something exciting about this situation. If these leaks really are from an older build, then I'm even more curious about the official footage.
Because now the question isn't, does GTA 6 look like the leaks? The question becomes, how much has GTA 6 changed since those leaks were created? And that could be fascinating. Imagine seeing one of these leaked scenes again in the official game. Maybe the character models are better. Maybe the lighting is completely different. Maybe the animations have been replaced. Maybe the environment has more detail. Maybe entire gameplay systems have evolved. That would immediately tell us how much Rockstar has changed during development. And that's why I'm not going to judge GTA 6 based on a few leaked screenshots. I'm going to wait for the official footage. Because right now, we don't have the complete picture. We have pieces, we have fragments, we have development footage, and we have a lot of speculation. But we don't have the final game.
So for now, my theory is simple. The hackers may have obtained real GTA 6 material, but there's a strong possibility that at least some of it comes from an older, unfinished development build. And if that's true, then all those people saying GTA 6 looks terrible might be judging a game that doesn't even exist anymore. Maybe the version they're criticizing was replaced years ago. Maybe Rockstar has already fixed the problems we're seeing. Or maybe I'm completely wrong. And that's what makes this interesting, because we're about to find out. So I want to know what you think. Do you believe these GTA 6 leaks are from an old development build, or do you think they represent something much closer to the current version? And most importantly, did these leaks make you more excited for GTA 6 or less excited? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more GTA 6 theories, leak analysis, Jason and Lucia theories, Vice City news, and Rockstar updates, make sure to subscribe, because the next official GTA 6 reveal could finally give us the answer. Don't judge GTA 6 by a leaked development build until you've seen the GTA 6 Rockstar actually wants us to see.